Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Two children vanished in a quiet home in Nova Scotia. The evidence, however, does not add up. A single child's boot print, a torn piece of blanket in a tree, and now confirm contradictions between what the family told the media and what the RCMP is saying. Was this a tragic disappearance or was a scene carefully staged? We're going to be talking about all of that tonight. Some of Daniel Martell's things that he has said, Malaya Brooke Murray's silence, and the RCMP's shocking refusal to acknowledge items both parents publicly confirmed belong to Lilly Sullivan. We're going to cover all of that on the other side of this.
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. Yeah, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you so very much. Thank you, Lady Professor, so much, my dear. Appreciate you both very much.
And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's go for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is July 8th, 2025. It is currently 8:46 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, Miss Kathy. Good to see you, honey. How are you doing? How you feeling? How you feeling, darling? Good to see you, Miss Kathy. Hope you are well. House music. I know you're gonna fuss with Daniel. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I kinda am. I kinda am. You are right. Thank you so much, House Music. Good to see you, my friend. Hey everyone. You guys are so good to me. I really do appreciate you more than you guys know. So thank you so much, Shannon. I do appreciate you, my dear, so much. Always a pleasure, Miss Shannon. You're very good to me. Oh, thank you. Hello, Lady for Justice. Really do appreciate you. You're very generous to me as well, my dear. And so is Miss Connie Crew. Thank you so much, Connie. Appreciate you very much. Good to see you, hon. Thanks for being a member. Thank you so much, sweet Canadian. Good to see you, my leader. You received that membership. Make sure you thank Canadian. Thank you, Stormy. Love you too, my dear. Thank you so much, and thank you for being a member as well. Butterfly, good to see you, my dear. My internet was down 2 days. Sent smoke signals, but nobody saw them, I guess. LOL. Back in the saddle. Wow. Internet down 2 days. That's not fun. That's not fun. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back, my dear. Good to see you as well. Thank you all so much for your time. I'm sorry, aimlessly. I hope your belly feels better. Clip of the TP from the kids with the water bottle and oh, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. 2-minute time. Oh yeah, I got hold on. Actually, let's see here. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Wasn't expecting this. 2 minutes and 10. Are you talking about this right here? Let me know. Maybe. There we go. Okay. This right here?
Some of the family members walked me through into that wooded area directly adjacent to
I've not seen this.
where they live, maybe 20-second walk from the home.
Well, I mean, I've seen kind of this.
Into the woods. And as you walk into the woods, there's a little, kind of a tree fort, a little lean-to, and that's where the kids would play. And the family around there say they find it very hard to believe that given how thick the brush is on some of the steep banks around that area, and just the difficulty moving around if you sort of leave that trail, how difficult they find it to believe that they could have gone anywhere deeper than that into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
No idea. I had no idea. I'm still searching every day. I'm waiting for information. I have to let them do a lot of their stuff with the aircrafts and everything else, and dogs and searchers.
Thank you.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to be coordinated, and I can't just go running through the woods. I want to, but I just can't right now because the search is just so far out.
And so, Tom, we're just about 1 kilometer away from where the command site was, and where that command site is, RCMP are leading that investigation, but they're on the search and rescue operation. Running in tandem and kind of parallel is kind of a missing persons investigation that the RCMP is involved in as well. And so as those investigators glean new information based on interviews, maybe they'll find a piece of clothing from home and they'll bring it to the search and rescue site. Any new information, they'll bring it to the search and rescue site, and then they will modify their search and adapt their search and sort of fine-tune their search based on what the investigators might find out. But in spite of all of this, after 5 days, still no sign of the two.
Interesting. Now, who sent that to me? I can't remember. I apologize. It was three initials. I know that in chat. I can't remember who it was though. Does anyone remember who it was that sent that just now. Let me look at something 1 second. What? Oh, GSP. GSP. Okay. All right, guys. I didn't see anything. I mean, I saw where they search, but I didn't see a blanket. Did I miss it? Is that what it was? Did I miss something on there? I don't know. God, thank you so much, butterflies. Appreciate you very, very much, my dear. I hadn't seen that either. I hadn't seen that piece either. That was a live piece. Karen, is that the chicken coop? Thank you so much, Maurice, as well. And OG from the start of 15 months here at my most favorite place to be. I love you. You make my mama 87 so happy watching. That makes me want to cry. Thank you so much, Maurice. Thank you, Mama Maurice, as well. Appreciate you, darling. Something red by the water bottle or something. I think that's just I'm pretty sure that's just a tag, but I have not seen this. Let me see this little part right here as well. Kind of got me down a rabbit hole now, but we got a lot to cover tonight. We'll get to it on just 1 second.
Taking time off from their jobs, their personal lives, and RCMP say they're getting exhausted.
Exhaustion and optimism, right? We want to bring these two children home to their parents. We've got people who've been here since day one, since the first time the call came in. So they're tired and they're optimistic. They have one job. This is all search and rescue does, is they try to bring people home safely. So they're trying to stay on focus. They're trying to stay on mission. They're sacrificing their personal lives. They're sacrificing a lot to be here to try to help this family out, to bring these two children home.
Now, RCMP Search and Rescue are still working under the assumption that the 4 and the 6-year-old wandered away from the home in Lansdowne, just south of New Glasgow, on Friday morning. Today, some of the family members walked me through into that wooded area directly adjacent to where they live, maybe 20-second walk.
Okay, there's a
from the home into the.
But I don't see like a blanket or anything.
Woods. And as you walk into the woods, there's a little, kind of a tree fort, a little lean-to, and that's where the kids would play. And the family around.
I see like a pail, a tree, wood. Looks like another pail, like a, like this, like the kids playing the sand with and stuff like that. All of that. But I don't see any blanket or anything, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about with this blanket and all this. Also, at the end of this, I need to, mods, if you will remind me, I want to show some messages that I got from an unknown source, to be quite honest with you. Apparently they didn't want, but it's very interesting. I want to show you guys some stuff. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I do appreciate you. Please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Would be so grateful. It's inside the TP. What am I?
20-second walk from the home into the wood.
What am I missing? Inside the TP? In the other lean-to. Do y'all see it? Am I missing it? Let's see.
Directly adjacent to where they live, maybe 20-second walk from the home into the woods. And as you walk into the woods, there's a little, kind of a tree fort, a little lean-to, and that's where the kids would play. And the family around there say they find a tree fort, a little lean.
Does anyone? I don't see it. I mean, there was supposedly nothing found right here. I mean, keep going. Justin, I thought it was beginning. Daniel said they didn't own a pink blanket. No, him and Malaya confirmed it. Confirmed that it was. Keep going.
And that's where the kids would play. And the family around there say they find it very hard to believe that, given how thick the brush
Oh, that right there?
is on some of the steep banks around, very hard to believe that,
You're talking about
given
this
how
fort.
thick the
To me, it
and
looks
the
like
family around there say they find it very hard to believe that, given how thick the brush is on some of the steep banks around that area, and just the given how thick
right there. Is that what you mean? I'll show you guys up closer. Yeah, it looks like pink and white, but there's all kinds of stuff there. So yeah, it's like a hot pink and perhaps white. Yeah, like a reddish. Yep. 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 I agree. So not yesterday, day before yesterday, our last live, we were, let me see if I've got it pulled up. Daniel and Malaya had both confirmed in the very beginning that, let me see if I've got it here. I can pull it up again, but if it was in my last live, we pulled up two different articles where Daniel and Malaya, so it either had to have been Friday when the kids went missing, like that evening, or it had to be Saturday before Malaya left, that they confirmed that a part of Lily's blanket had been found. No. And it's very interesting to me that the RCMP, after they came out and said that there had been nothing had been found to suggest that Jack and Lily did anything, that they have found of theirs. And so we had listened to Malaya's friend and Daniel's cousin Logan, and they were there whenever the blanket, a part of it, was found. And they get back to the trailer and they say, one of them thinks it's on the part of the blanket was on the railing. The other one said it was in the trash bag. I think they had both agreed that it was in the trash bag. And Daniel was allegedly gone all this time, but he says they used this blanket to hang up over a window. That's not an odd thing. That's really not an odd thing. I don't think hanging up a blanket over a window is an odd thing, especially, them. But what I do find interesting is he said he did that over a week ago, prior to the kids missing. And so they go to the trash bag. Daniel supposedly goes to the trash bag, unties it or cuts it open or tears it open, and they're videotaping this. And this is my question. Would you love to see the video of Daniel and Justin? Oh, God, me too. Yes, love to see that. Love to see that. So, a couple things I find very interesting. Why was the blanket taken in the first place? Why was the blanket taken down in the first place of this magic window that it was removed from? Now, you can say it's because it was tore, but how does, number one, how does it get tore? You're going to know if someone tears a blanket in the house off your window. And let me tell you something, if someone tears a blanket enough, it's going to come off the window. Right? I shouldn't be telling Daniel some of this because it'll help him a little bit because I know he's watching. Number two, how does this blanket, I'm going to show you guys some maps and stuff of where the blanket supposedly was on a tree limb or something like that, like it ripped off. Yes. And if you take the blanket off the window or wherever it was in the house, and you take it in the trash and you put it in the trash and you tie it up and you throw it outside, and that stays there a week, right? Yes, Joe. Sure am. And how does this, after you've tied it all up and everything, how does that get very close to these one shoe print? One shoe print. Right? Jana, thank you so much for 14 months, my dear. Appreciate you very much. Good to see you. And thank you, Hobo. Thank you for all your hard work, Justin and Mods. You all are amazing. Love each and every one of you, and being a member of this WAD. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you very much for 6 months. And Jana, thank you for being an OG, my dear. 14 months. That's amazing. And Strawberries, thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. 4 months. Thank you, my love. Hope you are well. All right. It definitely seems staged to me. Okay. So let me just, I know we've heard it before, but I do want to play a little bit. I'm not going to play all of it, just as a little refresher before we get into the weeds of this live, because it's going to get deep. So batten down the hatches, get your favorite drink or snack, and let's get right to it. All right, because I want to hear again what firsthand witnesses who were there that day was at the place the blanket was located seen, because this is very important. And while that's going on, I'm going to try to pull up his words, Daniel's and Malaya's.
Logging road or ATV trail right by the
Okay, listen to this,
go of when everything
because we're going to be looking at some maps and some pinpointed locations.
started. But yeah, so I don't know how it was missed because it was right on like the start of like a logging road or ATV trail right by the main Lansdowne Station Road, the dirt road. But yeah.
Okay, all right. And
Hold on, maybe I need to
the
back.
other half, right, was found
Just give me-
in that area.
Such an open spot that cops were already down there. Yes, Hayden and I did. Yeah.
Okay. And then she said, yeah, it is. And so you called the police who went and I guess collected it.
Yeah, no, the police were already down searching that area, but it was in such an open spot that cops were already down there and it wasn't seen earlier on. So it's just all a little mysterious, you know?
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So was search and rescue in that area?
I don't believe on day one right down there right away. So I was there from the get-go of when everything started. But yeah, so I don't know how it was missed because it was right on like the start of like a logging road or ATV trail right by the main.
Right on a logging road or ATV trail, you know, the kind that Daniel said he searched 20 or 30 miles on his, or acres on his ATV. Remember that? Remember that. Take a little mental note for that, if you don't mind.
Lansdowne Station Road, the dirt road, but yeah.
Okay. All right. And the other half, right, was found in the garbage.
I believe so. I wasn't back at the house for that to know that, but that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, that's what Logan said. And yeah, so.
Which is really peculiar, right? Like how, if the blanket was put in the garbage, how did it get out of the garbage and half of it get into a tree, right?
And I mean, quite a ways down the road, like down the paved road from where they lived, up a dirt road, a good at least mile or two. So yeah.
It was 1 kilometer, a little over 1 kilometer away, right? A little over 1 kilometer. Yes, there was a pretty clean ATV.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a head scratcher for anybody, right?
You can't tell me this isn't staged.
Kat is asking, how are you and how
In
is
my
Malaya
opinion.
doing?
Things are, well, you know,
calm down.
everything's touch and go. The subject is very touchy for family. Malaya's trying to live somewhat of a normal life. She shouldn't be expected to sit in the house and be miserable. She
I don't
can have a
want them.
life too, right? She just,
I don't like it.
we don't know what happened. I only know from what I was told. I obviously wasn't there when the kids went missing, but she.
I did not watch the behavioral panel because, respectfully, I think they sold out a long time ago to their sponsors. Just my opinion, though.
Deserves to not be ridiculed as well, right?
Yeah.
What is GSP?
So
Yeah.
I'm not sticking up for anybody in this situation. I know as much as everybody else
They
about
thought
what
Don
had
Wells was
happened
innocent.
Mhm.
with the children, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm more of a deception detective, Pat Brown, you know, all of that. Yeah. They never say anything anymore. Ever.
I mean, it's a tragedy. And I think that what adds to it is the time that has gone on, right? That just simply adds to the stress. I mean, if the police would figure out or could figure out what happened, and Lilly and Jack could be found, it would give people a sense of at least everybody would know what happened, right?
Well, yeah, it's to the point where it's 2 months too long. As family, like we're hurting over this. Like it's a lot. And I mean, there's been a lot of things going around that's very much misinformation. Like people are just wild in the Facebook groups. I've stayed quiet.
Thank you, Haley. Thank you.
Like I'm in them, but I stay quiet because I have a son at home that I still need to keep life normal for him.
Okay. That's very interesting. I just caught something because someone knows something. In my opinion, someone knows something. Did y'all hear that? Because y'all don't know what I'm going to show you guys yet here in a little bit. But
I've stayed quiet.
Thank you, Haley.
Things going around that's very much misinformation. Like people are just wild in the Facebook groups. I've stayed quiet.
Thank you, Haley. Thank you.
Like I'm in them, but I stay quiet because I have a son at home that I still need to keep life normal for him, right?
Because I got a little email earlier, and it's by someone who knows something, because they wanted to apparently remain anonymous, but they know something apparently. And it says, hold on, let me find the email. Someone is, they think, they're pretty sure someone is going under Haley, but she's going under a different name. It's someone of that group. And I'll show you the text messages here in a little bit. I'm not saying they are. This was sent to me. It's several messages in a text group that's going on. So, just if you're going to say it, just say it with your whole chest, and you don't need to go under some other person's name or whatever, especially if you're a friend or family member. So just my opinion, but I want to get back to this part right here.
But people are starting to figure out who I am, how I'm connected. So I figured, I would give my peace of mind and what I know, because people are starting to message and ask. But, I do just want to touch on
it was sent from a Proton email, and for people who Proton is the most secure email you can send with. And so whoever this person is knows that. And it's very hard to trace. It's impossible virtually to trace a Proton email. Not everyone knows that. So whoever sent it to me, they obviously didn't, they're doing it anonymously. I mean, people send me information anonymously all the time. A lot of times people send me information, but they're like, Justin, I'm going to tell you this, but don't use my name. And I've never used their name. So yes. Yep. Oh, it's a legit feed. It sure is a legit feed. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But I'll show it to you at the end of this. Okay.
Subject
crying out
though.
loud.
Absolutely.
The family altercation that happened in the driveway. I was there for that.
Okay, listen to this.
So there's a big piece that Logan has left out, and I'm ready to share that because we all know and have not said anything, but it's a very crucial point that they seem to be skipping over.
All you got is your
So
word.
this was just before the briefing, if I can remember quite right here.
Okay.
And
I'm
when
not
I
interested
things
in this.
wrestling around in the bathroom, we're like, what the hell?
Sorry,
So we know about the math and all that. I'm interested in what they say about this blanket.
So it's like confusing, but Shelby's with my brother. She's my
just to get it straight. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, so like he was wrestling something. All it was because I was like, I confronted his family. It was that why the hell is there children in a home with somebody like that? Is
Verified. So just remind me, when did this altercation break out? Was that was on the Saturday, right?
Yeah, that was just be like as Malaya was going down to the press conference. Yeah. So Malaya broke at the end of the driveway. She was crying, and I was like, you know, like, what's going on? And she wouldn't talk. And I looked at her and I said, now's the time to talk. Like, get fucking talking. Like, what's going on? And she broke down, and that's what it came about, that he was doing that. So
Okay.
that fueled
Well,
the
that's exactly
family
right.
fight that there was. And I mean,
Right. Well, there's no sign of a kidnapper or anything like that, but why would a kidnapper put a blanket in a tree? That would never cross anyone's mind. The blanket was on a window or a door, must have blown off in a windstorm. Well, you don't put a blanket from the outside, number one, but I find that no, it doesn't just blow a kilometer away. Not only that, where the only boot print of a child size boot print was found. You will never convince me of that. You will never convince me of that. Linda, aka Daniel, or aka Junkyard Janie.
yes, Janie or whatever her name was did go at Cheryl. Logan was trying to fight everybody in the driveway. They kicked us off the property because we found out something that nobody was supposed to find out, right?
Okay. So this
Yes.
was on the Saturday evening.
That's what we're going to listen to.
Yeah, just before Malaya had left. Malaya planned to, the baby was going to go with Logan. There was a lot of like, kind of like, give me the baby, I'm taking the baby. And then, oh, you can come too. And it was kind of like, Malaya, like, I spoke to her and I was like, why don't you go with your mom? She wasn't made to go with her mom. As her sister, I could see what was right and what was wrong in that moment. And they were trying to persuade her to stay with the baby. And I told her that she really needs to sit and think what's best for her and the baby at this time. And she ended up just thoroughly.
So
I do gotta jump off. I have some things to do, but I'll catch you later.
Okay, get to the
Baby at this time, and she ended up going with her mom. Leia broke at the end of the.
hold
Why the
on.
hell is their children connected? So I figured.
Maybe
I
we
was
missed
told.
it.
I obviously wasn't there.
Okay, here it is.
She can have a life too, right? She just when the kids fell, right? In the situation, I know as much as everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, it's a trend that has gone on.
The
police would figure out or could figure out what happened. People a sense of at least
where this like it's a lot misinformation. Like
thank you.
Like
somebody who was there actually.
Here we go.
Nephew. But yeah, the subject of the blanket, it was found on a tree branch on Lansdowne Station Road in the evening of day one.
Evening of day one.
It was used, or the other part of the blanket was used for a window or a door at the home, and it was thrown out. And this one just ended up on a tree, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah. This part of a blanket was found. Lily's blanket was found on a part of a tree. Was pictures taken? Was it hanging by a thread? Was it how was it placed? How was it on a tree? Okay. Now, Daniel and Malaya, just let me show you here. There is a few articles out that say very similar things. This one's I just have up. If you want to go all of the ones that I showed the other day before yesterday, my last live, you can see all of them, right? But here it says, families brought us to the location. They're not far away. That there's a piece of blanket which the mother, Malaya, says she believes belongs to her daughter, Lily, just off the road here. An official said over the radio. Martell confirmed it was a piece of Lily's blanket. Daniel says there is more evidence than what the public knows, but I can't elaborate on any of that, end quote, said Martell. Now, this is very interesting. Very interesting. Now, remember, she said, according to who we just listened to, this was day one. Day one. Right? So let's I think so, Jessica Lynn. I think so. Did Malaya not know Daniel put the blanket there? Hold on, is something going on in chat? Give me 1 second. What's going on? I got it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Why did Daniel mention about what they were wearing is more than we know, and he can't talk about it? Well, he says that several times. He still says that. If you put him to bed, jammies, bullshit. Yes, exactly. I saw the live. I'm all caught up. Got your rainbow. Good to see you, honey. Okay. Is way too happy considering the missing kids. Yeah. It's a little bizarre. It's a little bizarre. Okay, now I want to show you a little piece of this before we get into the maps and all that. I'm just trying to show you guys the supporting evidence, if you will, supporting argument.
Able to authorize and start getting some search teams going to the Gerlach location.
Now listen
Radio
to
chatter.
this.
Search crews and first responders mobilizing in a quest no one dreamed would take this long.
Make sure mom stays close to the house there in case they happen to sneak out and get back into the house.
Let's see.
A home deep in rural Nova Scotia, 140 kilometers northeast of Halifax, the last known location.
Just what?
A lot of area to cover. We're out in sticks here.
Not one, but two missing children. A dog that barks at everything, a mother who left on the second day, a father who hasn't seen the kids in 3 years, and a stepfather trying to piece things together.
It's been a long 6 weeks. I know that
Hold on.
everybody.
Year-old Lily May.
Let me just
what
find
happened.
it. All right, here we go.
The mystery of
listen to
what happened
something.
to 6-year-old Lily May Sullivan and her 4-year-old brother Jack William James Sullivan is indeed gripping the country and beyond. It is Friday, May 2nd. Martell and his partner Malaya Brooks Murray, the children's
Listen
mother,
carefully.
are having a lazy morning with their baby. Lily and Jack are in the kitchen alone.
Malaya and baby were asleep. Lily came in multiple times. I was not in deep sleep by any means. And then about 20 minutes passed. And then when I woke up, Malaya was right beside me.
How does he know it was 20 minutes? Because I'll be honest with you, when I doze in and out of sleep, I rarely don't know it's been how long I went to sleep. You know what I mean? I might have sort of an idea, but 20 minutes is...
She was still asleep. And I said, I don't hear Lilly and Jack.
The time, no one will say for sure,
Listen.
but police say it was around 10 a.m. when they got a 911 call.
I ran up in the woods to the kids. They have cabins up in the woods, which only
Listen.
took me like 30 seconds. I came right back down. She was on the phone with the RCMP.
Bring it.
For 6 days, crews
One up.
tackled an exhaustive search.
One up here.
The children's mother took the baby to be with her family in another part of the province. Her mother told CBC News the RCMP told them not to speak with news reporters. The RCMP says it just advised everyone to be mindful of the information they share publicly. On May 7th, police scaled back the search.
The probability
Listen
of
right up
survival
here,
was taken
after
into
this.
consideration.
But search crews returned for 2 more weekends until the end of May, searching wells, mine shafts, and septic systems, even flying a drone beneath the home.
The 4-year-old is wearing some blue dinosaur boots.
Listen.
Police say they found a boot print. And listen to this in the radio chatter.
Families brought us to a location there, not far away, that there's a piece of a blanket.
Police won't say anything about a blanket, but
You hear that? Family brought us here. The RCMP will not say anything about a blanket, right? Won't say anything about a blanket.
Brought us to a location there, not far away, that there's a piece of a blanket.
police won't say anything about a blanket, but Martell says a piece
Yes,
of
we
Lily's
will.
blanket was
Yes.
found near the boot print.
Thank you,
He
love.
says both children may have undiagnosed autism.
For a lot of people, this story just sounds odd.
Because it doesn't make sense, right? RCMP will not say nothing about a blanket, right? Nothing about a blanket. However, Daniel and Malaya, mother says she believes belongs to her daughter. Just off the road here, an official said over the radio. Martell confirmed it was a piece of Lily's blanket. There is more evidence than what the public knows, but I can't elaborate on any of that. How about that? How about that? Malaya says, yep, that's Lily's. Daniel says, yeah, confirmed. Confirmed it's Lily's. He also says there's more evidence than what you guys know. Right? Oh, yes. Yes, Tammy. He started saying no after. He started saying no after the RCMP was asked that there was no evidence found. No evidence found. Then Daniel started saying in interviews, we haven't found nothing. We haven't found nothing. What I'm saying is, I believe this, in my opinion, was planted and it went sideways for them, i.e., Daniel and Malaya. And then after the RCMP would not confirm it and say, you know, we haven't found anything that is actually theirs that would indicate that they left. I think that's when Daniel's like, oh, okay, yeah, we haven't found nothing. We haven't found nothing. That's my opinion. Because if you look right here, right? If you look right here, this is Lilly and Jack's. Let me make it bigger for you guys. If you see, this is Lilly and Jack's home, right? This is where the boot print was found, right? Where the boot print was found around here. And this is where the blanket was found. Huh. On opposite sides, right? Opposite sides. Let's see here. And if you see here, you know, Daniel said he went up every dirt road, all of that, you know, with an ATV. What the hell is this right here? Uh-huh. Yeah. Go on that with an ATV trail. Right? Now, this is supposedly the area somewhere around here is where the supposedly the print was found. Seems like, you know, which conveniently to me, you could they could probably get through here somewhere. And just really close to one another, right? You're not going to convince me on a good day or a bad day that a random one child's boot print was found on the opposite side of the road where this blanket train tracks, ATV trails, yeah. that this blanket just blowed over a kilometer away. Now remember, you just heard the reporter say police won't mention anything about a blanket, right? No way. No way. Now Daniel says there's been nothing found. Nothing found. Bouncy off the ATV crap. Yeah. Yeah. To get them out of this. Yeah. Yeah. It's a flying blanket like an Aladdin. Exactly, Andy. Exactly. So it just doesn't smell right. And one second. Yeah. So this is where it is. And if we look, I'll ask backwards here. Hold on. We look right here. Oops. Ooh. Probably making y'all dizzy. This is Lilly and Jack's home. To me, he could have easily gone out here, and it goes straight in to the area. You see this? Let me make it a little bit bigger just for y'all. It's a road, more or less. He could have very possibly have went over here, right? There's all kinds, and it goes straight through. Or he could have just went out, came down right here, pulled up right there, came to the other side of the road, and just made a few steps, popped one print. Oh, thank you, Rogue. Thank you. I would have over 100,000 now if I didn't lose my other channel for 3 seconds. So I had to start over. But thank you. I appreciate that very much, dear. We're working on it. Thank you so much, Jenny. That's very kind. That's how in Summer's case, one footprint. Yeah. Yeah, there was one supposed. Now that was, I don't know. I think they did say that, but they wasn't sure about that. You could Airbnb you a place out, Daniel. Stay at your mother's with your brother. I don't know what that's about. That one boot print blows my mind. It makes me think that he forgot to bring both and didn't want to make it look. No, I think that less is more. Personally, I think less is more. This was staged, in my opinion. There's just not another way about it. You don't. Daniel says, well, I mean, they say in this recording that they open up the bag and Daniel shows them that, yeah, I threw the blanket away a week ago. Now, if that would have, I still probably wouldn't believe it, but if it was like, yeah, we had a blanket like that, a year ago, 8 months ago, something like that, and one got part of a kilometer away, that's one thing. But a week ago that it's still in your freaking trash, no, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And Daniel and Malaya both know, in my opinion, because they both confirmed it. They both confirmed it. Now, it's very interesting because Malaya's friend in this recording says she thought it was on the railing of the porch. And Daniel's family says, no, it's in the trash. So Daniel shows them, opens it up, and records it in the trash, them taking it out. Now, this is day one. Day one. So I don't guess the RCMP had time. You know, they were looking for Lilly and Jack at that point. I think on day two is when crime, I forget what they call it in Canada, crime investigates something, comes in. They came in the second day. They should have already been arrested. I hope not. Crazy chickens, I hope not. He didn't, Sister Haley, say rugs were in the house. I'm only asking because I just got a notification saying that. What do you mean you got a notification saying that? Major crime. That's what it is. That's what they call it. Major crimes. Yes. Thank you. So there's that. Now, let me pull up something here and show you this. Someone sent me this, and this is beginning. They sent me a transcript of this. I've got the audio as well, which I just put it on my I just put it up. Damn, if I can find it. Okay, it's right here. I just uploaded it. Why is the transcripts not on there? I uploaded it with the transcripts.
Fly around the coast there, the Lantern Lake, just west.
This is. Do y'all want to listen to it? I have it to where it's not. You don't gotta wait. I compressed them all together to where it's just continuous talking. Do you guys want to hear that? It's about 7 minutes. Let me know. The blanket was a curtain. How would you know? How do you know? How do you know the blanket was a curtain? A blanket is one thing and a curtain's another thing. Okay. It's not very long because I compressed it all together. All right.
Just make sure Mom stays close to the house there in case they happen to sneak out and get back into the house.
Search command, this is Colchester. Thank you. Over.
Right.
Search the road of our building here. We've got all of our equipment on the go and 22 members.
I'm going to have to re-upload this because I had it with the transcript and I don't know why it didn't upload, so I've just got it on the auto transcript right now.
Should land on site about 1:30, a little before, hopefully.
10-4, that's great. Thank you.
1 Kilo 9355, are you still 17?
1017, just past the Brookfield exit. Your services from our pass. Go ahead, Patrol 4. You get if I take off from the house and go north up to the lake, just to the north of the residence here. Just gonna do a low fly around the coast there. That's Lansdowne Lake, just west of Fairlock Road.
Confirm you want to check the lake kind of northwest of the residence?
Yeah, 10-4.
Okay, so you're going to do that Lansdowne Lake, is it?
Yeah, 10-4. You guys have already
Right.
had there.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, let me know when you launch, and we're just going to keep working this heavily wooded area just behind the residence.
They work very hard.
Yep, should be no conflict there as long as you stay over the lake, and then I'll just deconflict with you, and I will not go near the lake.
Okay, thanks.
You can see I'm searching here. I just had I don't know. I feel like that they're close to the water.
Pass taking off.
Show forward copies.
Sergeant Young, copy responder. Sergeant Young, do you have any cell reception there?
Listen,
I see your command on MA6, copy SRCC.
4 from our pass.
Go ahead, 4.
Yeah, like you're in there. I'm at 6. She's going to turn this area. Just to advise. I'll be out of your hair here in a second.
Sorry, say again, you were broken up for.
The lake's too far for me to fly, so I'm just going to return. I'll be out of your hair here in a second.
they have
Okay, copy that. We're just heading west, southwest here behind the residence. Should be no compromise.
Copy that. I'll just remain east of you right now and stay kind of relatively close, tight radius to the house here.
Okay, so confirm you're just going to stay in the air and then just work around the residence?
Yeah, 10-4. I'll just stay to the east of you guys for now, close to Fairlock Road.
Okay, copy that. We'll just stay back here behind the residence, and there is a field, kind of an open area behind the residence there. I'll just stay west of that, so I won't come any closer to the backyard for that. I'll just stay. There's a field, kind of an open area behind the residence there. I'll just stay west of that.
there's a ski road, which is, in my opinion, how that maybe that four-wheeler got there, maybe took the main road.
So I won't come any closer to the backyard for that.
Just let me know if you need to move in closer. I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, no, you guys do your thing, and we're just going to work all these heavily wooded areas out here where you guys can't reach.
Perfect.
Kilo 6, 2, 11, 315. I'm on air now.
They don't have good service.
An onion bag. That's not nothing to play with or anything, is it?
Same with GPS.
An onion bag.
Six back in truck, giving the dog a break. We're going to do the residence and property over again while we wait. We're coming to see, can you get some water
Every 2 weeks, right?
in some
Yeah.
form? Just here for the
Right,
members
yeah.
on scene
For that.
working, and that'd be great.
Yeah, and that's important too. The trash comes every 2 weeks as well, right? What is that? RC? I think they do too, Missy. I think they know 100% who is involved. I don't think that I just think that I really hope that they're putting things together. I pray. I don't know if they have enough stuff though. You know, I've spoke to law enforcement privately, and they've told me sometimes we know exactly who did it, but sometimes we don't have everything that we need. So I'm hoping they get everything that they need.
Search man, this is Colchester Search and Rescue.
Oh,
Excellent.
you guys, for those of y'all that watch me a lot, you guys know I tell you guys my prayer all the time for Sebastian, for Summer, for Lily and Jack. You know, if they're out there in the woods, I just pray, God, put the right person in the path. Put the right person in the path. And I want to show you something after this. It just reminded me, because this will let you know sometimes it takes a while.
I'll let you know, on last night's search, we were having problems with our TMR communications through our command trailer. I think we've got a connector or a wire with a problem.
I'll show you
Something
something.
you might want to consider activating public field comms to come aid us in communications if that's going to be a need.
Already down, they're en route.
Excellent, appreciate it, thank you.
We're just coming by Stewiacke now.
So true, Marie.
ETA 112.
So true. Kiki to the office, please.
SRCC Patrol 4.
We need a late set
Go
for
ahead,
Kiki.
Patrol 4.
Patrol 4 still looking Lansdowne Station, and drops normal 1 hour, 20 minutes on the fuel. We'll call you 30.
Does anyone know the codes for Lansdowne? Does anyone know the codes? Or for the RCMP, maybe, perhaps?
10-4, SRCC clear.
Thanks much. Patrol 4.
Vickers from Bishop. You copy?
Now, you can hear it like they're
In their bedroom, we called this morning, and they haven't been seen since then. I need to
do you hear that?
get a good morning, and they have in their bedroom, we called this morning, and they haven't been seen since then. I need.
Now that's very interesting right there. Usually the dispatcher says pretty similar to what the parents tell them. And here it says in their bedrooms this morning, and they haven't been seen since then. I thought they were in the kitchen and the living room. Yeah. Bingo. I thought Lily came in the room several times. Didn't Lily come in the room? One time you says she sticks her head in several times. The other time you said she came in the room several times.
Get a good statement and figure stuff out.
You need to get a good statement and figure stuff out. Seen in the parents' bedrooms? Is that what they say? Hold on.
In the bedroom, 8 o'clock this
Hold on.
morning, and they haven't been seen since then. I need to get a good statement and figure stuff out. Corporal McGinnis, can you copy there? I think your portable's spotty.
Let me check.
Was that you I heard on here that was going to do a search of the residence again?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. They were going to do the property and the residence again.
Copy that.
Property and the residence again. Copy, and just for everyone's awareness, based on the profile, children could have traveled at least 6 kilometers. So keep that in mind.
That's right, 6
Sergeant
kilometers.
Young, for your awareness, their media release has been put out in a non-intrusive
6 kilometers,
alert
which
that
is 4 miles max.
Perfect, thank you.
And that's
That's campground. That's KOA. It's across the road. And
way bigger
people
than
down there
the
earlier.
average.
Keep an eye out. There's also a trail cam that was found on that road for the staging area. Just trying to make contact with the owner there now to see if he had any footage.
Copy. Aircraft Patrol 4. Good. Yeah, just want to confirm this distance is okay for us? Yeah, 10-4. I'm still to the north of Garlock Road. Just kind of doing a grid there. Okay, copy that. And yeah, just confirm we're not going to come any closer from the west where those open fields are behind the residence. We're not going to work that area at all. We'll leave that to you. Copy that thing. Sergeant Joe Young, you on this here?
I'm going to show you something.
You want to confirm you're wearing another R-Pass operator heading your way from Bible Hill? And you guys are located at 1407 Garlock Road?
10-4.
Copy, thank you.
Clutch them pearls. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, so this is, look at this. 1480, what's this? Okay, so this is the Pictou Volunteer Fire Department dispatch. Recording began 11/23, May 2nd, 2025. And it says, all right, so there's no portable reception down here. However, the cars do work. So Constable Mason's vehicle now, she's got a radio on the loud hailer, so she'll be able to hear us. She has no phone reception, but she does have a photo of the 2 kids. The 6-year-old girl, I believe she's wearing pink. The 4-year-old, he is wearing some blue dinosaur boots. So yeah, I think that's all we have right now, 10-4. Since the radios is not bad, do you guys want an extended timer there, a 10-6 timer? I can do monitor. Let's see if there's any both Kilo dogs on scent there. Just to confirm, both Kilo dogs on scent there. If y'all can hear me there, are you guys on scene? Kilo 6 is on scene, and Kilo 9, Kilo 17. Thank you. You're out of 3. Go. So it appears that they did have 3 scent dogs. I'm assuming, correct? Look at this. 3 scent dogs. And let's see what else they got here. See if there's anything that's interesting. If you're not going to cross the road, we'll just drop down. There's a gully on the east side. We want to just kind of cruise the forest there. Yeah, you confirm. I believe Sergeant Young is, I don't know if I see that, but either Young or the risk manager will confirm. If any of you guys want this, just email me and I'll email it to you. Just speaking to the risk manager, just confirming if you need the drone that we just freed up here in Colchester. I think I said that right. We will send it your way if you wish. It's thermal. Yeah, that would be great. This is by 11:30 that morning. They got into it quick. They got into that quick. Yeah, there's a dirt road that's past the address. It's the last point known. We can put vehicles on that dirt road. What does that mean? Yeah, there's a dirt road that's past the address. It's the last point known. What does that mean? We can put vehicles on the dirt road. There's a lot of big driveways and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. If there's any other calls for you or the updates, that'll be our staging area. Whatever road is, this is. Okay, 10-4. Looks like the map is in West Road. I'm guessing that's the one you're referring to. It says, yeah, 10-4. That's perfect. I'm going to request a field communication unit to be sent out here to the 4 comms if this gets extended for a long period of time. We just had a 911 call. Can I go ahead with details? Yes, go ahead. So we got a call via 911 from a care. I don't want to say her last name. It is kind of only about 5 minutes. She was reporting just driving past a black Honda CRV filled with unintelligible My Clock 320 that left the outdoor recreation park to the residents. It's permanently closed. I'm not sure if it's related, but she says it felt strange to her. The driver was a white male around 50 years old, bald with a mustache. And it's left. And it left from 1408 Gairloch Road. I can send that down to your WMWS if that's easier. How do they... Hold on. How do they... Do y'all see that? Sounds like Darren's description. And it left from 1408 Gairloch Road. How do they know? It looks to be 1480 Gairloch. I'm not sure, there's certainly a possibility that will roll into tomorrow, and I think... Is that what they're guessing? Is that what they're guessing? I misread it. And it left from 1480. Sorry. 1480 Gairloch Road. I can send that down. Thank you. Sorry. A little dyslexia never hurt anybody. Finn said. I can't see what Finn said. Growing up out there, you would have an advantage and know the area. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Correct. Hell yes. Yes. So it's giving a little weird, to say the very, very least. Oh, let me just show you something while I just remembered it, because I was going to tell y'all something before we get on with this, because I've got a lot of important stuff. You guys remember me telling you, I was saying, like, if God puts it in the path, look at this. Full found baby skull, part of 45-year-old Pennsylvania case. They found a baby skull after 45 years. 45 years. I'm going to tell you what the email says. Just relax. We're here for a while. Thank you, Mini Panthers. Really do appreciate you, darling. Very much. Oops, what am I doing? There we go. It's 18 months. LOL. I call BS on the blanket. My son would have both melted down at age 6 if I took one of their blankets for a window. Yeah. Have you reached out to Daniel to try to get an interview? I have, Andy, and he blocks me. But this is the thing. I would like to do an interview with Daniel, with just to talk about anything. If he won't talk to me about Lily or Jack, talk to me about anything except Lily and Jack if he doesn't want to. I would like to know. I would like to just hear his story as well. I think that would be something I would like to know as well. Daniel, tell me about your life. Help us get to know you better. Rainbow, I know. You're so funny. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay. Now, I want to show you my friend and yours talk about how he was bullied as a child. Oh my God. Listen. Please. You want to talk about bullied? I was bullied. When I went to a certain school, I was real popular in one school, and the other school I was like, not popular at all. But look at this. How do I make this bigger? This comes from our friend, not Darla. What's her name? Second. I'll think.
Jack and Lily and the areas surrounding their home. We'll be going over the map showing the Lansdowne Station Lake where they searched, the closed down park that was permanently closed in 2022, and the 2 suspicious vehicles around the area the day Jack and Lily disappeared from their home in Lansdowne Station. Before we get started, please hit that like, share, and subscribe, and let's continue with our video.
Kind of about 5 minutes. She was reporting just driving past the black Honda CRV, Nova Scotia marker Golf Mike Fox 320 that left the outdoor recreational park close to the residence. It is permanently closed.
Hey guys, so I am doing just like looking through the area here on Google Earth. This is the closed down park that we were just speaking about.
This is just right down the
This is
road.
close
Happening.
to Jack and Lily's home, and police did search this area. Now, this is where the vehicle was spotted. So this is where Karen had called in and said the CRV, the Honda CRV, was coming out.
This is the thing. Anyone know what Durwood drives? I think if we asked him, he would give us 12 different stories. Like Daniel. I really think Durwood is trying to be Daniel's stepdad at this point. I'm getting that feeling. You know, I just am. Is he bald? I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember he's got a big nose. Big honker. Am I getting up? You shouldn't be getting any always on empty. Make sure it's make sure you're in your right account, because I have 2 accounts and one of them doesn't have, one of them I pay premium for. And if I forget to switch, you shouldn't be getting any. I tell you what, they better not have changed it to where you get ads and you're paying for it, because they just upped the price on us.
The park, okay, the closed down park, and it was suspicious with the 50-year-old man. He was bald with a mustache. Now let's look at the Kia where it was supposedly parked. Okay, so supposedly the Kia was north of their home, Jack and Lily's home, parked on the side of the road, the left side.
I actually like big noses too. I like out noses, not. It's a very specific nose that I like.
So this strange car that was parked on the side of the road belonged to, they looked it up and they found out it belonged to someone.
I like a bird
and the 2 people were walking up the road.
I call it a bird beak. I like the big noses with the bird beaks. That will get clipped. Just clip it, honey. Clip it. I'll do a dance for you too. Is that much I care.
I'm going to put the clip here so you can read it. So from my understanding, if these 2 people were parked facing north, which would be towards Lansdowne Station Road from Jack and Lily's home, but yet walking the opposite direction towards the lake, which is very odd. Why wouldn't they just park closer to the lake if they were going to the lake to fish? It's just very odd to.
How did we get there? Well, I said, someone said, is Durwood bald? And I said, I don't know. I can't remember. I said, I just remember he has a big honker, big nose. And someone said, I like big noses. And I said, I like big noses too.
To me.
Yeah, let's go the road. You have a look there.
No, not big nostrils.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, let me know when you launch,
Yeah.
and we're just going to keep looking at this heavily wooded area just behind the residence. So, yep, should be no conflict there as long as you stay over the lake, and then I'll just
Oh, wow,
deconflict with you, and I will not go near the lake.
Good thing. Taking off.
Control 4 copies.
Sergeant Young, copy responder. Sergeant Young, do you have any cell reception there?
Okay, look at
I
this.
see your command on MA6, copy SRCC.
4 from our pass.
Go. Perfect, thank you. That's the campground. That's the KOA. It's across the road, and the people down there are aware. Keep an eye out. There's also a trail cam that was found on that road from the staging area. Trying to make contact with the owner there now to see if he had any footage.
I wonder, did they get any footage from the owner down the road? I had understood that Daniel's dad, James, had passed away, which is why he had given Daniel the trailer. So is that false information? I always thought in Canada, I'm sure you can. Can you look up someone's property in Canada like you can in the United States? I always thought it was Janie's. His dad's name is Earl. I'll leave that alone. I remember that as well, Tina. Are a big chain. They definitely have cameras. Justin, I heard the name from dispatch who the tags came back to. Ooh, Sandy, do you remember? Well, see, Sandy, I didn't hear the name from I heard the name who gave. I'm looking right now. I heard the name. Make sure. Oh, yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. The name came back as Gregory Diffin. Gregory Diffin. Here you go. Gregory Diffin. I just put it in chat right there. How did Daniel know what the kids were wearing that morning? Diffin. How was it? I just put it in chat. Diffin. Yes. Is that a common name? Diffin. No, it's Diffin. According to this. Look, I'll show you. You can geo topo maps on anything. Yeah. They gave all stations a black SUV just north. If anybody wants to come up and have a look under the helicopter, you guys are visual. Bravo 3 drove us by on the way. That's a Kia Sportage Delta Papa uniform 468. I didn't run it, but there was nobody in it. I'm right there. I'll search for you. Yeah, we copy that. There's two looks like two individuals walking down towards the lake. Ahead of the vehicle, there's a cabin at the end of the lake. That vehicle comes back as Gregory Diffin. But I think that's the Kia. What year was it? I don't know what that thing was. It doesn't really say the name of the other one. 1480 gear lock right there. 1480 gear lock. Diffin is not a common name. Never heard of it. I've never heard of Diffin. I've heard of Diffie, but I've never heard of Diffin. I used to use a retinoid cream called Diffrun gel, but that's all I got. Daniel's father is not dead to inherit land. Welfare pays the rent on the trailer. Yeah, Griffin is a common name. It's a common name here in the States, Griffin. But did M say she called the school? She has never. No, she's never said that. Daniel says that. And I can show you. Does the RV Janie live in? God, no. Lord, no. Honey, the only thing that's holding that RV together. I'm just not going to be mean. Forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry. If I don't, I just not going to say nothing mean. God bless her. God bless her. If it could have been Durwood, I don't know. I think Durwood. They was saying earlier in the live that I was doing earlier that he was being a jerk to Sonny, and that's not very cool. Like, if there was anyone that was put up with your bullshit for a long time, it was her. You know what I mean? Love you, Grace. I bet Janie wishes it has wheels about now. Right. Oh my God. He was angry. Not at Sonny. Oh. They share some cuddles, but not going steady. Ugh. They defended Chili. Yeah, I just can't with him. He's just full of shit, to be quite honest with you. In my Okay, 2 seconds. All right. What am I going to show y'all now? 404. Okay, I'll show you. Two seconds. All right. Maybe I should show that, but first. Two seconds, y'all. Okay. I got way too many things open here. I got things open with Travis Decker, which I hope they find him too real freaking soon. All right. So I was wondering. Oh, let me show you this. This is what I'm going to show y'all. I was wondering about this. All right. So this is Lansdowne Station, right? And they were looking over here for some very interesting reason with the cameras, right? That made news. That made news coverage, which I found very interesting. Now that's quite a ways away, right? And Durwood goes by Coco at night. You're so funny. VA, you're so funny. My name is Coco Rocco. You're so funny. My name's Coco Longstocking. Arr. When people bring up how messy the trailer is, they're all in the Jahooks marks. Well, you know, everyone lives differently, right? And I don't care how anybody necessarily lives. But here's the thing. If you have kids, animals, or someone that cannot take care of themselves and they don't really have much of a choice, keep it healthy for them and their around their environment. If you are, you don't have kids or any, I mean, life isn't perfect. Things can get messy or whatever, but it's like the filth and the dirt. That's the different thing. And we forget to check with fact of what she has said and not said. Who's that, Charlotte? Who's that? I mean, technically, I don't believe anything really any of them say at this point. I really don't. Is it called Glengarry or Glencarry? I think it's Glengarry, isn't it? Am I saying that wrong? Am I saying that wrong? Let's see here. Let me find Google directions real quick. 1408. Was it 1408? It's how far is it away from each other? I think it was like 20 minutes or something. If this is their home right here, right? If this is their home, seems like everything's this way. Seems like everything is this direction, right? The shoes, the blanket, everything is this, all is in this, like this vicinity. Not this way, that way, that way. It's all in one direction, which is interesting. So does Daniel in fact work, or is he on welfare? Always thought you can't be working. Well, again, Durwood said he worked, what was it? How many? 6 to 8, 9 months at a time. All right. I'm going to show you these emails here that was sent to me. Before I do, I want to tell you that I cannot. Ooh. Oh. I've got more emails from this person. I didn't even see it till just now. Two seconds, y'all. This is interesting. Hold on. I'm going to play this for you for 1 second. This person knows these people. Just let me, I've got to play this for just 1 second so I can
was still swarming with search and rescue personnel as RCMP resumed their ground search for 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan, who first went missing 3 weeks ago in Lansdowne Station. Now, this has been a story that has dominated headlines across the country and beyond as people speculate and wonder about what could have happened to these 2 missing children. Now, just because the road is deserted doesn't mean RCMP are finished with their investigation. In fact, they just put out a statement Wednesday calling on the public for more footage.
Investigators are now asking anyone who has dash cam footage or video along Garlick Road between noon on April 28th and noon on May 2nd to contact Northeast Nova RCMP Major Crime Unit.
They add RCMP are committed to exploring all possibilities in the case and have formally interviewed more than 50 people, with more interviews planned in the coming days. The children's stepfather, Daniel Martell, says he has been interviewed extensively since Lilly and Jack were first reported missing. You mentioned last time we chatted that you'd offered to do a polygraph test.
That is correct.
Has that already happened?
That has happened.
Right. And did you get results from that yet?
I do have results, and I don't know if I can share those results, but they were good in my favor, we'll say that.
Martell says he is glad the police have put out the additional call for footage and is again asking anyone with information to come forward. Despite not having had contact with the children's mother, Malaya, since May 3rd when she left the search area, he says an RCMP liaison has been assigned to keep them both informed as the investigation progresses.
Trust the RCMP word, and I mean, you don't have to trust my word, but I'm the only one doing media for Jack and Lilly, trying to keep the story alive.
Trying to keep this story alive, Daniel says. Alive. You don't have to believe me. I don't, Daniel. About absolutely just about anything, to be quite honest with you. How does this person know this? Okay. Oh, guys. Did y'all hear about Daniel allegedly said he changed his profile? I haven't checked it. That he's in a relationship. Has anyone heard that? Has anyone heard that? It still says that? Okay. So he didn't update it? Okay. I didn't check it, so I wasn't really sure. All right. So this, where'd it go? Person, I have no idea who it is. They emailed me earlier. Hold on. About a piece of blanket found with Daniel initially admitted he lied and said he didn't recognize the blanket. And 45. Hold on. One. Oh, shit. Hold on. 2 seconds. Okay, we're going to get to the email, I promise. But I want to check something what Durwood says here.
I'm going to play from this
Credit goes to Sunny. It's a crying shame.
point on case Jermaine.
I think I probably said enough on that.
No.
And I'm sure there's somebody else might want to talk to you, so you can kick me off anytime you want. Yeah, but I
Well-
don't know if there's any other questions I can
I want to
answer
hear
for
about
you or
that
not.
blanket.
There's another little tidbit I can tell you.
What?
Man, you should listen to what Daniel says about the blanket thing that got turned up on the side of the road.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that, please. Because, yeah.
That blanket out there, they only get garbage. They only get garbage removal like something about once a week, and sometimes not for 2 weeks. So the story is unconfirmed by me, but told
told to me by somebody who's been telling me the truth over and over and over. So the blanket thing was one of the kids' blankets, but it was pretty bad shape, so they decided to throw it in the garbage. So they got a garbage bin inside the house there, so there was some stuff in the garbage bag, and that blanket was one of the things that was stuffed in the garbage bag. So anyway, Daniel noticed after the kids were gone missing that somebody had gotten into the garbage bag and ripped the garbage bag and went to pull that blanket out of it, but the blanket was rotten. And that's why there's only a piece of blanket. That blanket ended up the road hanging from a tree, and it wasn't there for the first day. Actually, it wasn't there for the first. It never showed up, I don't believe, until.
Either this man is gullible as hell, or something is wrong. Something is wrong. Boy, it's very interesting that he is really trying for Daniel. They have matching chains for crying out loud. Look back at him. They got matching change. Drinking game equals garbage bags. And it's very funny how now they say the garbage bag was opened back up. It was opened back up when they opened up to film. I think so too, Jaina.
Second day on the side of the road, because don't forget, Daniel's got family that lives up the dirt road, and they travel back and forth, and they said they never saw that. They would see the blanket, part of the blanket sticking in the trees like a sore thumb out there.
Right.
And then the blueprint.
I find that funny. Wasn't Daniel gone almost all day, and they find it there? First interview holds all the clues, generally. It reminds me of Edgar's, yeah.
I want to say this. Do you know who found the blanket? The blanket piece in the tree?
We just heard that it was family that took them there.
That's right. Malaya's friends and family.
Malaya's.
Do you know who found the blueprint up on the pipeline?
Malaya's friends and family?
Malaya's friends and family. They all the evidence.
I find that very weird. Not searchers find it. Malaya's family and friends. I think they asked Malaya, if you thought they was going to go anywhere, where would they go? Oh, probably that direction.
Except for one little thing, that the only thing the searchers found, and I'm pretty sure now some searcher might come on here and say, "Oh, I'm full of shit," that they did find something else, but I don't think so. And there was some stuff went missing out of the trailer Daniel checked on too, and he reported this to the Mounties because what he was scared of, that somebody took this stuff, because he was sure somebody planted this evidence.
Right.
And there was some other stuff missing of his, and he was sure that that somebody was going to try to blame him to make it look like an abduction, and that he did it down the line. So he reported this to the Mounties right off the start.
Hold on.
There was some other stuff missing of his, and he was sure that that somebody was going to try to blame him to make it look like an abduction, and that he did it down the line. So he.
Daniel just happens to have stuff missing, and he thought someone was setting him up. All of this stuff is coming from Daniel. Notice when Durwood says blanket was found. I'm still sitting in the caboose pissed. I'm more on. Yeah, I'm missing 2 shirts, and he believes Malaya took them. It's going to set him up. Listen, I've never bought someone's going to set someone up for 2 missing kids. You could put something there. It takes more than one piece of evidence, right? Where's it takes more than one piece of evidence to set someone up. It doesn't work like that, Daniel. Math makes you paranoid. Yeah.
He reported this to the Mounties right off the start to protect. It was a smart move on his behalf.
Yeah.
He had 2 sweaters, a water bottle, and
Yeah.
something else were taken out of his.
What was it about those sweaters? Because you know, obviously when people listen to it, that it was something like, well, if there's
You know, if something happened late at night when it's cold, or early in the morning and it's cold, and a water bottle potentially, clean your hands or take with you to drink.
two sweat like that. I mean, obviously he was typing in Dolly yesterday and stuff like that, but he's mentioned something about these 2 sweaters, and it's like, well, if they're found with the kids, you know, it almost came across like I didn't have anything to do with it. She took them with her. So what is it about those 2 sweaters?
Well, that's what he was worried about. That these people.
See, I've not heard this. Oh my God, Daniel, you are so bad at this. You are really bad at this. Malaya didn't take a damn thing with her, right? Like, she didn't take nothing. She was out the door. And she's worried about Daniel's sweaters, but she won't answer. She won't even answer your text, Daniel. Doesn't want nothing to do with you. You're saying, I love her. I'll be the Daniel that when she met. But yet you said she's taking 2 sweaters and a water bottle and stuff. You're off your rocker.
Like, they took the blanket, they took the part of the blanket out
Listen.
and set that up to make it look like an abduction down the road. They took the bootprint, they set the bootprint up on the pipeline to make it look like the kids were in the woods. So they were sort of.
How is this motherfucker not arrested? How are they not arrested for interfering in an investigation, Daniel? At least Malaya, perhaps? Like, he's literally saying Daniel is allegedly telling Durwood they took this boot up there. They took this boot up here and planted it. He's telling us. He's just not mentioning his name in it. Oh my God. What the fuck? Listen.
Well, that's what he was worried about. That these people, like, they took the blanket, they took the part of the blanket out, set that up to make it look like an abduction down the road.
They took the blanket up to set that to make it look like an abduction down the road.
They took the blueprint, they set the blueprint up on the.
They took the blueprint. They set the bootprint rather.
The pipeline to make it look like the kids were.
To make it look like the kids. Fucking done. Like, what the fuck? What is going on? Durwood, if you believe this shit, You're nuts. And they're comfortable enough to either tell you this or something. I mean, this is unbelievable.
In the woods. So they were sort of splitting things up, and there was another couple little things that they found. Now the searchers were all through there, and they never found this stuff. But all of a sudden, Malaya's half sister found most of it. Matter of fact, I believe it was Malaya's sister found everything. I think she found the half sister. I think she found the blanket hanging in the tree. She found the boot print up on the pipeline, and I mean one boot print up by itself up on a pipeline. And I don't even think it was the right size for the kids. What Daniel tells me. So. And initially, Daniel denied that was the blanket because he was panicking too. He thought, "Holy jeez, that makes it look like I abducted the kids." So I'm going to say that it wasn't the blanket. But now, he's
because
he's let.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
And now he's worried about. He was worried about when he found the 2 sweaters and a water bottle, and I think it was something else, 1 or 2 things. It was
What?
3 or 4
Who
items.
did? Who did?
Now, that makes it look like I abducted. That was the blanket because he was panicking too. He thought, "Holy jeez, that makes it look like I abducted the kids." So I'm going to say that it wasn't the blanket. But now, he's
because
he's let it up on the most of the matter of fact, I believe it was Malaya's sister found everything. I think she found the half sister. I think she found the blanket hanging in the tree. She found the boot print up on the pipeline, and I mean one boot print up by itself up on a pipeline. And I don't even think it was the right size for the kids. What Daniel tells me. So. And initially, Daniel denied that was the blanket because he was panicking too. He thought, "Holy jeez, that makes it look like I abducted the kids." So I'm going to.
No, Daniel was not denying it. I just showed you guys at the beginning of this live. Logan was second behind them. Remember Logan's own words. It is Golden Girl. Yes. Logan was searching with them. Yes. I don't remember him denying it at first. I remember him. Well, I've got the article that says, no, he didn't deny it at first. No, he didn't. Because Malaya and him both confirm that this is Lily's blanket. And then RCMP doesn't come out and say anything about a blanket. Right? And then he's like, "Oh yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing." He confirmed and denied, yeah. Yes, he did, Ann. Look. Let me find it here. Families brought us to the location that not far away that there's a piece of blanket which mother, aka Malaya, says she believes belongs to the daughter. Just off the road here, Martell confirmed it was a piece of Lily's blanket. There is more evidence than what the public knows, but I can't elaborate on any of that, said Martell. He said it was found near Lansdowne Road near the child-sized boot print. So Malaya was only talking on Friday and Saturday. So if Malaya confirmed it, it had to be Friday or Saturday. Druid has not. Right. Who denied it at first? Tina. Who's that? If the kids were found with 2 sweaters, would that mean Daniel did it? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily, but it's pretty interesting how he says he's missing 2 things, and for him to say, I hope that's not planted. You can just be missing 2 sweaters, right? And how does the hell does he know he's missing 2 sweaters and everything he's got there? And upset Malaya because she said it was Lily's blanket and couldn't understand why Daniel denied it, so she got upset. I really could have heard he denied it at first somewhere. Yeah. But does it mean I mean, in my opinion, if the sweaters were found with the kids, I would think, yeah, he did it. But from a legal standpoint, not necessarily, but you better have a good reason to say that Malaya stole 2 of your sweaters.
To say that it wasn't the blanket, but now see
Yeah, because
he's let.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And now he's worried about. He was worried about when he found the 2 sweaters and a water bottle, and it was something
Okay,
else.
Jim.
1 or 2 things. It was 3 or 4 items missing out of his house, right at that time, and he was sure the same people.
How does he know? How does Daniel know there's 2 fucking sweaters missing, a water bottle, and something else after he's got 2 kids missing? I wouldn't know if I had 2 sweaters. I wouldn't even know if my damn couch was gone or my whole closet at that point. Right? That's the last thing I would be thinking about.
That we're sort of planting this evidence. We're going to set that stuff up for later on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right.
And he reported that the first day.
Okay.
So the Mounties had a record of that, and what he was hoping too, and I'm sure the Mounties were hoping, was that when this stuff turned up, they already knew that it was missing, so that would have probably given them a lead on who put it there. So it was a smart move on Daniel's behalf, and it made him look guilty. It made him look stupid, like you just said. A lot of people didn't understand.
This is
He
crazy.
wasn't explaining it very clearly as to why what he was talking about in the 2 sweaters a few times in the water bottle.
Right.
But once you talk to him and you get it, you listen to him, and once Daniel relaxes with you, the more you're with him.
Brown scaly emoji. Red Lily. White heart emoji.
Where did he go?
Jack. White heart emoji.
Oops. So right, to be honest with you guys, you should be thanking Darren. to be honest with you. They're because speak zero zilch if these family members weren't speaking out. Now, Belinda, she's been doing it.
Hold on.
All of this isn't happening anymore.
That major crime unit bullshit, okay? No, it is Daniel. Geez, I have to probably swear at the Daniel, and then that's the last. Like I said, if Daniel wants to pipe up and chat, the interview.
If there's any other questions I can answer for you or not? There's another little tidbit I can tell you.
What?
Man, you should listen to what Daniel says about the blanket thing that got turned up on the side of the road.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that, please. Because
that blanket out there, they only get garbage. They only get garbage removal like something about once a week, and sometimes not for 2 weeks. So the story is unconfirmed by me, but told to me by somebody who's been telling me.
I only
the truth
believe
over
Belinda, and that's it.
So the blanket thing was one
Oh,
of the
thank you,
kids'
Zandy. I
blankets,
didn't
but
see
it was
that.
in pretty bad shape, so they decided to throw it in the garbage. So they got a garbage bin inside the house there, so there was some stuff in the garbage bag, and that blanket was one of the things that was stuffed in the garbage bag. So anyway, Daniel noticed after the kids were gone missing that somebody had gotten into the garbage bag and ripped the garbage bag and went to pull that blanket out of it, but the blanket was rotten, and that's why there's only a piece of blanket. That blanket ended up the road hanging from a tree, and it wasn't there for the first day. Actually, it wasn't there for the first. It never showed up, I don't believe, until the second day on the side of the road. Because don't forget, Daniel's got family that lives up the dirt road, and they travel back and forth. And they said they never saw that they would see the blanket, part of the blanket.
I just got your text.
It's like a sore thumb out there.
Right.
And then the blueprint. I want to say this. Do you know who found the blanket?
Okay.
The blanket piece in the tree.
We just heard that it was family that took them there.
All right, I'm going to show you all these emails now.
Malaya's friends and family.
Malaya's.
Do you know who found the blueprint up on the pipeline?
Malaya's friends and family.
Malaya's friends and family.
Are they still friends?
They all the evidence except for one little thing. That the only thing the searchers found.
Webbs, Justin, what if Daniel has something on Durwood, i.e. alleged rug supplies, rug buddy, or other crimes? Daniel could easily hold things over his head if the only thing that makes sense. Or could have Durwood been at the party like it's 1999? I'm getting to the point I don't even. It's crazy. Okay, let's get to the email. Y'all ready for the email? So this person there's this person in chat. She's sent me, she or he, I don't know, but from a proof, it says, and first of all, I am not alleging anything on this whatsoever, but it seems like they have a good, in my opinion, a fairly good source. It says it's titled Bree, I guess how you pronounce it, BRII R.U. Haley. And you remember we were listening to that recording earlier, and she's like, I'm always in the group chats and all of this. I lived outside a city with 100,000 people. It still sucked. I don't think Jamie lives there. Maybe on paper, she probably lives with her boyfriend. I heard she had a place in town. Same, Rainbow. Same. You have that chat? You have that chat? She's saying, in Angela, I hope you don't have to go through this, because I can tell you that they would not want to hurt things like someone's twisted thought of how these babies were unalived. Have some decency, people. There is literally family who try speaking up in these groups. And if I was them, I would never come back based on these comments alone. Everyone was getting along great until Diane and Bree didn't like what we were talking about, Paige. Everyone was getting along until Diane and Bree didn't like what we were talking about. True story. We had to explain why his clothes were wet. Cindy. MBM, Malaya Brooks Murray, was the one that said it was Lily's blanket. Daniel said, no, it's not the only reason that I can think of Daniel saying it's not hers was because it was used as a window covering. It may have at some point in her blanket, and once it was considered old, they put it over a window. I don't give a damn if it was old, if it was new, if it was borrowed, or if it was blue. That damn blanket should not have been over a kilometer away. And footprints, one boot print, and then them taking pictures of this bag opening with all of this. One saying it was on the porch railing, the other one saying it was in the bag. Oh, I think one thing is that the families are blaming each other, and they all know what happened. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. You know what I mean? Oh my God, Jenny. What? What if Jerwood put the blanket in the tree? I mean, at this point, I think you would. I think he wants the sookie with Janie. You know what I mean? I really do.
Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now.
I just really believe he wants the sookie with there. Justin, rest in peace. Up on his Pokemon cards. I know. Janie's still not revealed her version of timeline. Crickets, Rainbow. We will be waiting till yeah. Isn't that interesting how she's not given a timeline? God forbid that would lock her down. KP is never going to live that down. No. Might have asked for many days before the camera because they wanted to see who planted the stuff. I mean, I don't think it was planted like, I think it was probably, in my opinion, planted Friday morning or sometimes Friday during the day. Has the brother Justin made any statements? No. Not that I'm aware of. Yet only found out his kids were missing weeks later. I found that real odd too. It's weird. It's weird. And this is the thing. Durwood does not like anybody that questions him. He just wants to talk. Okay. Because it was used as a window covering, it may have at some point in her blanket, and once it was considered old, they put it up over a window. I don't know, but it was used in the garbage for a week, and only a piece of it managed to get out of a hole on the bag and out of a closed garbage bin. What? Hold on. So it was also in a garbage bag in a garbage bin? Came out. She took his stuff to frame him once Janie came out as seeing her at the end of the driveway. I don't believe Janie seen her at the end of the driveway. Justin, you didn't think it was just on the porch, did you? That's what I pictured. I just pictured a damn trash bag thrown out. Oh my God. I wasn't even getting him that much credit. But they apparently put it in a bag, in a bin. Okay. Bree replied to you, and they're saying, Bree, are you who is it again? I can't remember who they said. I'll tell you in a second. Bree, are you where the hell is it? I got the memory of a goldfish. Someone can help me. Haley. They think Bree is Haley. This Bree person in chat is they believe is actually Haley, which is Malaya's sister, allegedly. He has one friend, Bree. If you're family, maybe this is the wrong chat. Bree says she is family. Bree Middleton. She says she's family. You see that? Oh no, honey, I'm not family, but I'll stand 10 toes down on a little something called respect, which everyone here is lacking. Respect for who? There's Deception Detective. Why am I not in this chat? Jack and Lily. Miss, I work with missing people. They've not, Dave. I want to confirm that's Deception Detective. Mr. Deception Detective, are you in here? Isn't that chat called uncensored? Get a grip. Condescending. Or specifically asking no concern expressed between folks worried? Paige replied to Tina, there's only one reason a mother wouldn't feel compelled to be nearby. Yes, she knows that they are not alive. Bree isn't Daniel. Not sure why this is directed at me. It wasn't my theory, just saying I can understand why they considered it would be. Daniel likes to use exclamation points. That's what he likes to do. I hate this saying when people say, I'll stand 10 toes down or 10 toes up. I hate that. Double or triple, yes. He loves to use the explanation points. It's annoying. The 10 toes down thing. I'll stand 10 toes down, 10 toes up. They usually, what happens when someone's not happy with something, they cause it to be shut down. Let's not go back to grade school, okay? Not all family are immediate family, okay? So now that we got that, we understand that family who has no idea what happened and just wants their answer. Are you in the chat also? So have respect, meaning don't go overboard and say extremely graphic shit about your theories when a family member can read it. Bree Middleton has one friend. Bree, if you're a family member, that is the wrong chat, hun. Prayers as well wishes. Well, that's interesting. Bree has one friend on her Facebook. Okay, now you've got me interested. I agree, Miss Ledger. Legger, sorry. Durwood is lying. Oh, I think Durwood is lying. Who's that, Mama Angie? CT. Is he? I saw CT. Is he still in here? Funny, that's both of Malaya's baby daddies has a rug usage problem. You know, I never thought about that. Well, I guess I did think about that before. It's a new account, Bree. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm in that chat. Why did I not get the invite? Thank you, love. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Why hasn't Daniel's fam came out like May Amazed did? Who knows? 10 toes in the beach. Praise the Lord. Amen. Wish I was at the beach. I'm in the chat too. Maybe I mean, I'm in the group, but I didn't know it had a chat. But I don't really get on Facebook that much. Am I taking any calls tonight? I missed you. Probably not tonight, but you can maybe call me afterward. I feel like Forrest Gump. I'm a little tired tonight. Oh my God. I had to get up at 5:30 this morning and go pick up a family member because they had a flat tire. And they were riding in a wrecker service at the tire place, and they were like an hour away and all that. So, and I do research 24/7. I literally do. It's ridiculous. I couldn't imagine being spent on math. Well, listen, this is the thing. You know, I have compassion for anybody that is struggling with addiction, because nobody wants to be an addict. You'll know you don't, nobody wants to be that, right? Um and you know, there's no I'm not, I think it's wrong to like completely shame, someone. Like if, Daniel said, "You know what? I've struggled with this for some time and it's something I'm not proud of." You know what I mean? I think honesty is just the best policy with this. You know what I mean? Not invited because it says it's BS when it's BS. Yeah. How are you feeling, CT? Yes, they had lots to do. They could have cleaned up the yard, cared for the children, took them swimming. I mean, this is the thing. When someone's in that type of addiction, their constant day is it's evolved around the drug, right? And I have a hard time believing. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I have a hard time believing Malaya. This is the thing. When you're an addict with some, that drug is number one. That drug is number one. And I have a hard time believing Malaya would stay number two unless she was involved with that. I don't think you can stay with a meth addict for 2.5 years unless you are involved in it. She had skin in the game too. Yeah. You can't have someone that's addicted to math for 2.5 years, live with them, be second to them, and have 3 kids in the house. I don't believe it. Now, she might be an outlier. Yeah, I think Daniel's got the. Yeah. And I hope that's not the case. But there's that. They can be, yes, particularly with alcohol or something like that. But math is different. It's different. It's very different, math is, right? It's not alcohol, something like that. I don't think someone like Malaya that's that young, or it really is demonic. It really is demonic. It's different. It's different. Math is different. You are tripping. Yeah. Yep. It changes everything. I mean, it ages you quickly. I'm beginning to the both sides and friends are sending everyone on a wild goose chase intentionally, in my opinion. No, it's not expensive. It's not expensive. And that's the thing. Math does great, great changes your entire being. A lot of people, I used to live in a town, and there was this woman that I knew. She used to be like a hardworking mom, and she went through some stuff, and she got on the math. Got me? And she looked deceased walking. But I saw her at a festival, and she was with a bunch of, and I knew her, and I just said hi and all that, and she's like, and I had saw her I think I saw her at a grocery store or something some months later, and she looked better, and she'd gotten clean, but she had went so far in her addiction that you could just tell she had that look about her. You could tell she was better than she was. But it's like she was a different human. It wasn't the old person that I knew years ago. You know what I mean? It's like it's like she knows you, but it's like she's not there either. I don't know. It's so weird. It almost feels like a part of her died. Does that make sense? It's like a part of her is dead. Like there's no joy there anymore. There's not. I don't know. It breaks my heart because she had just a beautiful family. Beautiful family. And that's really sad. That makes me want to cry. So probably brain cells, I guess. Why do they continue? That's the brain. That's the brain reward system. We create habits every day. All of us do. And we create those habits because we feel like it serves us. Right? We feel like those habits serve us for whatever reason. Whether that's, we get up and get our coffee. Well, because that serves us in some way. And now imagine that, but it makes your brain feel like the best thing that's ever happened. But then after a while, it is just to be normal. Right. So she would have shown up in Meadow, and she may not be. She may not be, or she could be, you know, sometimes their addictions aren't the same. Sometimes I'm not saying she is or she's not, but I just have a hard time believing she's gonna stay with some for 2.5 years. Your vodka friend. So, was it a twin mattress in Daniel's yard? In the drone pics, the mattress never sat right with me. I don't know. My daughter was given the math for free 20 years ago. I hate that. I hate it. Like, the thing about math is it slowly kills you generally. Like, it just eats you away. Like your bones even, you know what I mean? I don't know, it just makes you look really bad. Let me tell you something. That saying merge, I think about it all the time because when Remy's always on me, I feel like there's a monkey on my back. Do you know how hard it is to do something with a monkey on your back? It's really, really hard. Yep, Shannon. I agree. Guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I love you all. You're amazing. You are sweet. You're precious. You are awesome. And you guys are pearls. And pearls don't quit. Just wait till Remy gets bigger. She's already a big girl. She's a shit, I'm telling you. She's something else. Kelly, it is. It is. I don't think my heart goes out to anybody because people do things that they would never normally do. You know? And so if Daniel, if he was struggling or whatever, I could have more compassion. I can have a lot more compassion if someone says, fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I could understand more. But the kids suffered. They got I think that they were absolutely neglected, which goes hand in hand with drugs. So, yeah. Good night, everyone. God bless you all. Appreciate you. See you guys tomorrow. We got a big day tomorrow. Lots of work to do. All right, guys. Good night. God bless. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you guys on the next one.